distinguished guests, Excellencies, Your Honors, quel plaisir vous souhaiter la bienvenue à l'Université Carleton et quel plaisir célébrer ce soir avec vous. What a great pleasure it is to celebrate tonight together. And Dr. Butler started things off by congratulating and thanking almost everybody in the room, except for the organizing committee and herself. Let's thank Dr. Butler, Dr. Friedman, everyone who worked on this conference. I am so proud and pleased that with the work that they did. You can't imagine. They are bringing this university to a level where it hasn't been before. Mais on a construit un bâtiment pour eux, et voilà. Ils se sont pris de l'inspiration du bâtiment, de l'occasion. And we are so proud that Canada is chairing the committee. So, Dr. Silva, thank you for doing that. So, what a great occasion. So, before I do one more thing, I'm going to do something that wasn't on my list of things to do. And it was because David Azrieli whispered in my ear that I even knew about it. Naomi just has been awarded the Legion of Honor from France, la Légion d'honneur. Elle va être chevalier. Hein? Alors, s'il vous plaît, si vous avez quelque chose dans votre verre, if anything is remaining in your glass, join me, raise your glasses in Naomi's honor à la plus récemment nommée chevalier de la Légion d'honneur, Naomi Azrieli. So, we didn't know we were having so many things to celebrate tonight, but it is really appropriate that the conference be held and be hosted by the Zelikovitz Center at Carleton University. It is the work of some 25 researchers at the center who have been responsible for a triple mission: a mission of gathering and preserving remembrance of the Holocaust, 2, finding ways to transmit and share the lessons of the past, and 3, celebrating the arts, culture, language, science, and technology which have blossomed since. And they succeed in this mission not only because they are wonderful people and brilliant scholars, but partly because of their location. You know, location is everything. They can bring together policymakers, thinkers, scientists, community members, together with scholars, both young and old. And because of this bringing together of the community, and because of their interdisciplinary approach, they succeed where many have not gone yet. And they are not only writing the history of Holocaust survivors, but they're sharing the lessons that they teach us. And they're contributing to making Canada a better country in the future and the world a better place. I'm proud that they're here at Carleton. I wanted to tell you a little bit about architecture. It's rather interesting because we have a very famous architect named David Azrieli here tonight. But I wanted to start off and talk about Moshe Safdie. He designed the National Gallery of Canada, which is a tribute to light and art and a city. It incorporates Ottawa within its walls and through its windows. When you walk up the majestic entrance hall, your attention is diverted upward, and we enter the galleries filled with the light of hope. He also designed the Holocaust Museum in Israel as well. It also uses light and the cityscape to transmit, amidst the saddest of memories, a message of hope. When you enter the museum, you leave a world of light and descend underground through a series of galleries, following the actual track which held the trains headed for places whose names evoke unspeakable terror and tragedy. You see preserved letters tossed from the train cars by people hoping a passerby would carry them to loved ones. Lines of shoes and apparel neatly folded by those going to their deaths, the poison crystals used to gas innocent people, children's toys, names, name upon name, story upon story, overwhelmingly sad, tales of heroism, tales of resignation, tales of compassion, and yet more names. And then suddenly the door opens on the city, dazzling in daylight, the symbol of what people can do in the desert against incredible obstacles, the symbol of what the world can do so there will be no more tragedies. Safdie expresses and gives us a picture of hope, hope for humankind, hope in humanity and in kindness. I would like to salute the organizers of this conference for their recognition of the importance of remembrance, and the speakers today and tomorrow for inspiring us all to assume our responsibility for the future. Dr. David Azrieli and Stephanie Azrieli are here with us tonight, and it's truly a special moment for us all. Dr. Azrieli undertook a most perilous voyage starting at the age of 17 when he left his family home, just as the title of his book says, One Step Ahead of Soldiers. The narrative line of his life follows the history of the war, and the map of his trip traces many hundreds of thousands of footsteps. The fact that he survived and reached Palestine bears tribute to his fortitude in the face of adversity and the power of his strong will. Some might say that was adventure enough for a lifetime. However, he became a student studying at Haifa's Technion, and he served in the Israeli Defense Force and the Air Force in the War of Independence. Then he immigrated to Montreal and built an empire of office buildings, shopping centers, high-rise residences, not only in Canada, but in the United States and Israel. So by now, you will not be surprised by his next adventure when I tell you that he decided at the age of 73 to undertake a program in architecture at Carleton University. He sat in the class like every student in the class, perhaps a little older in appearance than some of the students, but as intellectually alive as the youngest of them, as creative, as energetic, dedicated to study and wisdom and acquiring it. You will not be surprised then either to learn about the extraordinary buildings which bear his name in Israel. He has received the highest honors possible in Canada, including an honorary doctorate from Carleton University. Please join me in applauding and welcoming here tonight. So while you're standing, do come up here, David, because I'd like to give you something, and we have a gift that we've kept since 2008 when we named the School of Architecture after you. And you think to yourself, what do you give David Azrieli? And I was thinking of works of architecture, and I'm thinking of a stained glass window that I saw in Israel that talks about brothers and Joseph, who had a cloak of many colors when he came home. We don't have a cloak of many colors, but we have a coat from the School of Architecture, and we wish you to wear it in good health and with great pride, and know that when you wear it, you're coming home. David. Go right ahead.
Thank you, Ozan. As an alumni and an honorary doctor of Carleton, I think I'll speak for everybody here who is going to join me in saying thank you, Carleton, for hosting this beautiful affair tonight. Thank you very much. It's very, very appropriate for Carleton to do so. It's a university that open to all, and somehow they managed to navigate difficult times, difficult people, and still flourish and to enjoy this evening. I, for one, I can tell you that I perhaps recaptured 2 years of my lost youth in continuous education, which I spent here at Carleton, and which I consider were maybe the best years in my life, to be able to expand horizons and to enrich my life right here on this campus. And that's why we appreciate, we love Carleton, and we are happy to be back here. I think it's a very auspicious occasion tonight, and it's, as I said before, it's only appropriate that Carleton has undertaken to host this evening. I say in Hebrew, Kol HaKavod. I think that it's an evening to remember, particularly honoring our daughter, Stephanie, my wife is here, for the wonderful work she is doing, and also in Carleton, and on becoming a Chevalier l'Ordre National, the honor, the Legion d'Honneur. I got it right this time. I was not prepared to make speeches, or to say a few words, but I felt elated tonight. Thank you very much, and thank you, my friends, for coming here and joining this evening with us. Thank you very much.